Hello artists, we're going to celebrate the Lunar New Year by making some dragon prints. Now we made our drawings in the last class. You made them nice and big and I hope they're ready to go. And once they are, we can start printing. So here's my little dragon that I drew, and we're going to transfer him onto our styrofoam printing plate. Please make sure your name and table code are on the back of that printing plate. And then you're going to tape it. So I've got a little piece of tape at the top. I'm going to stick that down, and then I'm going to add another little piece at the bottom because you really don't want that drawing moving around while you're trying to transfer it. So now I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to trace over all of my lines. I'm going to press pretty hard, not hard enough to break the pencil, but hard enough to push those lines into the styrofoam. Really double check that you've got all the lines. I actually missed one when I did this, but I was able to fix it, not a problem. All right, so here I've taken my paper off, and now I need to take my pencil and retrace those lines. I want those lines to be really nice and deep so that our print comes out nice and clean. All right, so I've got my lines in. Oops, there's the line I missed. Add that in. And then we're going to be ready to print. So I'm going to use this nice festive red. Using the back of the palette knife, I'm going to stick that onto the bench hook. And then we're going to use a brayer, and we're going to use the brayer to roll the ink, and we want that ink to cover the entire black cylinder on the brayer. And once that's ready, we are almost ready to print. Not quite, but just about. All right. So in the meantime, we're going to dampen your printing paper. Again, please make sure your name and table code are on the back. We want our paper to be damp but not soaking wet. So then once we get the ink on top of our printing plate, again, you want to make sure that it's nice and even, get into those corners, and you've got a nice even surface. There we go. And then we're going to take our damp piece of paper and we are going to set it on top. Now the paper we have is a tiny bit smaller than our printing plate, but that's okay, just sort of center it. And it's a bit messy, so we're going to take a piece of newspaper and place it inside the newspaper before we roll it again with the brayer. You want to use some muscle while you're doing this. You want to make sure you get right to the edges and the corner. Nice even pressure as you do that. And then when we open it all up, let's see what we've got. We have a cute little dragon ready to celebrate the new year. Okay, now we're going to let that dry, and then once he was dry, I went in with some gold paint to fancify him a little bit. And we can also use some gold pens that we have just to add some details to just make him a little, I don't know, a little more festive for the new year. And there he is, super cute. Now, like I said, you didn't have to do a dragon. You could do whatever zodiac sign you are. Here's another example that I made. I just hope that you have fun doing this. Go forth and be brilliant.